Okay, so let's take a look at where we left off last time. If I go and press play here, you can see, okay, I have to click in. We have our ball moving around. We have a little hole there. And again, we really want to adjust our camera. So this is a little bit kind of a obnoxious view. So let's go to player start, move this up a little bit. I'm going to hit E and rotate that down. Hit Option P to play. That's a lot better. So now we're looking a little bit more down and out. All right, so let's just do a couple things. One, we're going to build just a basic wall here. And oops, you always want to, so remember Alt and clicking on the object will duplicate it, but clicking off of the object and rotating will not duplicate it. All right, so let's go ahead and just go to standard mode, I guess, or selection mode, and just add a basic, I don't know, let's see, geometry box. And where did that guy go? Let's try that one more time. Shape cube is probably what I'm talking about. Yeah. So here's our cube, and for the scale, oops, it's going to hit R and just kind of make a wall, something like this. Hit F to focus on that. And we can use the modeling tools for this, and maybe we will. For now, let me just place this here. And then what I can do is hold Alt, sorry, Option first, or Alt, duplicate that. And then let's rotate this 90 degrees. And notice oops, let's do rotation here. I'm just jumping between Blender and Maya and all these programs. There we go, and Unity. So my rotation's a bit messed up. So let's rotate that 90 degrees and let's place this way. And same thing, we can hold Alt and just kind of drag this out. So we're just gonna, your homework is gonna be essentially to make a maze to finish up your project. But just to kind of show you, let's place this in the corner now, maybe a little bit closer to the ground in case they move their mouse too quickly or too soon in our game. Let's play our game. And now we have this going around. We're gonna have to add these walls to our level. So I'm gonna hit escape here. And I'm just gonna rename this. I should have renamed it from the beginning. Actually, I wonder if I could rename all of these at the same time. So I'm holding shift and left clicking. Let's see, right click and we'll just rename it this way. Let's see if I could just create let's see. We'll just make a group out of these three. And then we'll drag them on the group. Oh, they're static. Okay, hold on a second. Let's select those. And make them movable. And actually, we don't need to make them in a group. We could just drag them on top of the floor. And now they're children of the floor. And so now when I press play, if I click in here, they'll move with the floor. You're going to have to do some cleanup. See how it's getting caught on the corner there? But part of your job is to create a maze to get the player to kind of get the ball into there. So that's something you're going to have to kind of figure out. But, really go in there and, select. Come on. That's right. I have a group on here. So go ahead and select your cubes. It'll select all three and then hit Shift G to remove that grouping. And now you should be able to select each individual wall and just kind of fine tune it. Alternatively, you could, like I said, we could use our modeling tools. So let's just do that really quick just to kind of show you. So selection mode, modeling, create a box like that. And that's kind of nice because it snaps it right to the wall. And then, we could adjust our width like this and our height. And because the pivot point is towards the bottom, it does a really nice job of that. And then what you could do is either just duplicate these or just play with, I'm gonna hit accept here, play with those modeling tools. So go into select, or no, what was it, model, and then polygroup, and select that front face here, pull it out a little bit, and then just as a way of practicing, you can make it like a really easy first level so that our player knows like, oh, okay, I get it. We're supposed to navigate to here. So we could hit extrude here and then just kind of move your mouse, select this wall, hit extrude again, and then just kind of guide your player right there, and then just for, like I said, the first level is like extremely easy. It's just getting used to people figuring out how to use the mouse. So you could add like one more wall this way. So go back to create and then box and drop a box this way. And depends on how lazy you are, but we could just, I think it's probably on this axis, right? The Z axis is the up. Rotate this 90 degrees. I'm gonna hit F to focus on that. Hit accept. Select, or sorry, model, polygroup. And now we accept those, and we select these two, and we just drop them as a child of the floor. Now again, we got that error because both those are marked as static, and we want to be movable. And now we could drag and drop them as a child of the floor. We press play. We can move those around. Now we have kind of like a really, we forgot another thing, which is, can you take a guess why we're going through it? And you probably guessed correctly. So I'm gonna go in here, off to the right-hand side, and let's see, under collisions, we got simple collision is off. So we want to do use collision as simple, boop. And let's see, turn on simple collisions so that we could see what it looks like, save that. And let me see, because I don't have it as a element up top here. Let me see if I could just click that again if it opens it. Oops, nope, that's not right. Let me undo that. Let's see, this is use selected asset here. No, it didn't do that. Okay, so anyway, same thing as before. Under collisions here, simple collision, and that's under this collision complexity, save. Again, if you want to see it, you have all of these down here, simple collision. It's just a box. I mean, we really could have just went with a box there. Let's close that. Now when we press play, we shouldn't be able to, there we go. We've got our collision going. And, there we go. All right, so let's take a look at how we can create some materials. Another thing I might want to do, I'm going to hit G to go into game mode, is notice my lighting is kind of funky. Is in the next video, maybe we'll spend some time and just work on lighting in Unreal, just to kind of light our level. But I'm going to go and hit G again, so we go back to this mode. And in our general content video, let's go ahead and create a material for our walls, just so we can learn how to, the basics of materials while we're at it. So go ahead and click on material here, and you'll see that it created a material down here. And I'm going to just do a hard press and name this wall underscore MTRL. I mean, you could probably tell by just looking at the sphere that it's a material, but just to be safe. So I'm going to double click that, and then I'm going to dock this up here. And really, for this floor 03, I'm going to close this out. And let's go back to our wall material here. So you can see here that right off the bat, we have a base color, metallic, specular, all this stuff, right? And if we go back into our scene here and we select our walls, I'm holding shift to select both, and I scroll down into my details panel, you can see this is a physics material. Let's see, mesh painting, I think it's up top. We have a materials section. And if I click on this drop down and I start typing wall, there's a wall material that I created, and there's an M basic wall material. So they're they're making their materials M underscore. So we could do it that way too, so that we, you know, keep with the same naming conventions that Unreal uses, or you could use your own or whatever your studio uses. But here, let's select wall material. And now those walls are using this wall material. So any updates here? So for example, under base color here, if I want my walls to be pink and I save that, let's make sure we hit OK too. And I go back inside of here, now you can see that my walls are pink. So this is a way of creating custom materials inside of Unreal. Same thing here, if we have a base color and we want to use a texture, things like that. And this video is getting kind of long. So let's just go ahead and save all of this, save all. And I think this is good for now. So if we press play now, and we can look at our level, let's make sure that our stats are off. See, viewport stats are off. And I'm gonna hit Option P, or I think it's Alt or Control P. Why am I still seeing my stats here? Okay, there we go. Come on, stay off, man. I think I'm using maybe a not so, what's it called, version of Unreal. See viewport stats, and then escape, click off. Should hide all maybe? There we go, okay. So yeah, so now you can see we even got some nice pink reflection on our chrome ball as it bounces around. Boom, we won our game. All right, we're gonna build out the rest of that stuff later. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video.